Hello everybody, back again with another video. Hope you're doing well. Hope your life's going well. Hope this week has gone well for you, and I hope that today has gone well for you. Today is Sunday, July the 28th, 2024. It's about 10 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. I hope you all had a great weekend. Hope it's been a fun and productive weekend for you. Hope that you all have a great work week ahead. As for me, I'm doing good. I just got done eating some watermelon not too long ago. Watermelon is one of the healthiest fruits that you can eat. If you can, buy the kind with seeds in it. But even if you can't find any with seeds in it, watermelon, seedless watermelon is still going to be better than, a burger and fries or whatever other junk food you can think of, candy, chips, right? Pizza. Although you can make healthy pizza, but you get the point. Seedless watermelon is going to be healthier than all that. But if you can find seeded watermelon, buy seeded watermelon. To jump straight into the topic here, this is an interesting topic here. I was actually just thinking about this earlier when talking about, jobs, employment. A job. Is a job your family? Is a job like your family? No, it's not. I don't believe a job is family. A job is a transaction where you give them your time, your energy. You do what they tell you to do, and you receive a set amount of money per hour. If you're an hourly worker, you receive a set salary that you both agreed to prior to you starting employment, right? And so that's what a job really is, and that's what a job should stay like. A job really shouldn't necessarily be family, because a lot of people who work jobs have a family. They have a spouse, kids at home, they have a real family. And so the job, you want to go to work, be professional, be cordial, be nice, friendly, and, do your job to the best of your ability. But as far as it being like your family, your family's going to love you unconditionally. I don't necessarily think that any job is just going to love their employees unconditionally, right? You may like an employee because he works hard and it helps the business out, better than some other employees. So you may, like an employee more than you like another, but, you might like their work ethic or whatever. But as far as them being like on the same level of a family member, I don't think it's like that with an employer. So I don't necessarily think that a job is your family. I've heard it before, and I didn't really used to think anything of it, but I was just kind of watching YouTube videos of people talking about this thing where employers kind of describe their job as a family, right? And I'm hearing about how some of these jobs, they want you to go out with coworkers for happy hour and stuff like that, and if you decline, you're like looked at weird or different, which is like the craziest thing in the world. Man, I'm lucky I don't work a job like that. trucking, you do your job and go home. If you're local, of course. If you're over the road, you do your job and you sleep in a sleeper cab in the tractor. But in trucking it, But I think this type of stuff happens in corporate jobs more, where they want to talk about how we're a family and you got to go out with your coworkers after work and all this type of stuff. And man, I couldn't work a corporate job because I'd never be going out with any of my coworkers, because I'm like, okay, I have a family outside of this. And I think many people wouldn't necessarily want to do that, like go out with coworkers after work or happy hour or whatever silly stuff they try to peer pressure you into doing. But that's just what it is. It's the peer pressure. It's like you kind of have to do it. You're kind of peer pressured into going out and looking like, okay, you really want to be a part of the team and all that. But in reality, it's like, okay, it's a job at the end of the day, and that's how every job should be. Like I say, transactional. You go to work, you come in professionally, you come in when they tell you to come in, you do what they say, you do it to the best of your ability, and you get a set amount of pay, right? And that's what it should be, and that's what it should be limited to. Not all this stuff about going out for happy hour, where there's one big happy family. You have a real family at home, right? And even somebody like me that doesn't have my own family, I still have family members, right? Those are my family, right? So it's an interesting thing. I think people do kind of fall into this mentality, though, of work being like family. And also another thing I would say don't do is, if you're at like a job or something like that, don't follow like anybody from your job on social media either, because they don't need to know your personal business or what you got going on outside of work. You keep work at work, and you leave it at that. I don't follow anybody from my job on social media, or at least not my current job. You could say maybe after you leave a job, if you were really cool with somebody, okay, maybe you can follow them on social media, but I wouldn't say do it like at the current job that you work. You see what I mean? It's just too much that can happen. But once you left a job and that job has like no say over your life or whatever, okay, if you're really cool with somebody, then maybe they can follow you on social media. Although I don't really do that too often either. Although I do have a few people that I do have on social media that were at previous jobs. Nobody from my current job, though. If I'm being honest with you. Nobody from my current job. The thing about this, job being a family thing, is that if you don't do what they say, you can get fired. And, with a family and stuff, if you don't do what they say, they're going to correct you, and they're going to keep trying and keep helping you out. I mean, at a certain point, your family might kick you out too, but I mean, that's kind of like what a job would do as well. They're kind of kicking you out of their house like your family would. It's interesting too. I did see somebody that um, they said that your job is kind of like family because you don't necessarily get to choose who they are. you know, like you can with like friends and stuff like that, and you have to do what they say. But the biggest difference is that with your family, most of the time, not all the time. There's plenty of instances where this isn't true, but most of the time, your family's gonna love you unconditionally. They're gonna put a roof over your head without expecting any rent. Um, they're gonna help you out during your toughest times, right? You can't say that for a lot of jobs. They're not going to let you just stay there rent free. They're not going to help you through your roughest times. Not you. Usually they don't, but there are instances where jobs will help you out when things are going rough for you. And a job's not going to really love you unconditionally. They might like you under the condition that you're a good worker, you're productive, you help the company out more than say someone else, but they're not necessarily just going to love you just because you're you, like your family does. And so, at the end of the day, transactional, it's a transactional relationship. That's what it is. Give them your time, they're gonna pay you. This family stuff, I don't necessarily agree with a job saying that we're family. Although I kind of understand why they say it, but at the same time, it's not really a statement that I agree with. The fact is too, you do spend a lot more time at work, especially if you're somebody that likes to work a lot of overtime. Kind of like me, I put in a lot of overtime. So I definitely spend more time at work than I do in my apartment, to be honest. During the week, a lot of times my apartment is strictly for sleeping, making videos, eating, etc. That's about it. Otherwise, during the day, I just go to work. But, it's just a time factor. A lot of people with families, they spend way more time at work than they do with their real families. The weekend is really the only time they get to spend with their family. And, sometimes that can't be quality time as well because you're so tired that you're using the weekend to catch up with sleep half the time. So, yeah. And then, eventually people want to retire and get out of going to work in general. You don't necessarily say that about family. You don't say, okay, after 20 or 30 years, I don't want to be a part of my family. Your family, as long as you're living, you're going to want to be, a part of your real family, right? You're going to love and take care of your family as long as you're living. Doesn't matter, 20, 30 years go by, but 20, 30 years go by at a job, you're ready to retire, you're ready to, and do you also need a vacation from your family? Normally you don't. You normally go on vacation with your family, right? So, things to think about. Although, like I say, none of them things apply if your family treated you bad and you're kind of estranged from your family in general. But I'm saying this for people who have a loving family that is like active in their life, so yeah. That's about it for this video. Kind of just wanted to talk about this whole thing of jobs saying that we're family, one big happy family, or we're like family, all these type of phrases and stuff like that. It's interesting. It's interesting. I really don't agree with it though. So you go to work, you get your money. That's what people say about jobs. That's the thing that people should say about jobs. Go to work, get your money, invest your money, and yeah, that's what you should do. Go to work, get your money, right? Get your money. You ain't go to work and be a big happy family, Go to work, be professional, show up on time, do what they say, but you ain't gotta act like they family, y'all. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I ain't saying go to work and have an attitude and be all unprofessional, and not saying do any of that, because it's, I've been on jobs with people who were like that, unprofessional, bad attitude. Man, I stayed as far away from them as possible though. Because I'm a person that, although I'm introverted, like I've never just had a bad attitude or a bad disposition about myself. I've always been somebody who was open, open. I'm introverted, but at the same time, if someone was to talk to me, I would start a whole conversation with them. I wouldn't be all short and, act like I don't want to talk and all this type of stuff. It's just I'm introverted, so I'm not necessarily going to be the one that starts the conversation, if that makes any sense. Anyway, y'all, let me get on out of here. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I'm going to have an upload for you all tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. If I can. If I work a lot of hours some days, man, it's kind of hard to make a video, so we'll just have to see how I'm feeling tomorrow. Man, tomorrow's Monday. Monday. That is most people's least favorite day of the week. Monday, especially Monday morning. That's the hardest day to wake up. But it is what it is. But anyway, I'm just rambling here. Thanks for watching.